Okay, so in this video, we're going to be talking about drop shipping and what it is all about and how you can get started in this year of 2020 before it actually ends off. So we're actually in the Q4 right now, so quarter four, which means that there's a lot of sales that is going to be booming in this market. So it's going to be a great time to actually jump into this if you can as soon as possible. Dropshipping. So you probably have heard of these term being used all over the world, all over the internet. And what is dropshipping and how to get started is what we're going to be looking at in this video. So if you're interested in knowing much more about this, because this is actually now in Q4 of 2020, meaning that there is going to be a lot of sales in this market. It's just going to be booming. So jumping straight into it right now, you might actually be able to capture the wave for the end of 2020's Q4 e-com sales. That's just going to be crazy, right? So if you're interested in knowing more about this, make sure that you stay tuned all the way to the end, as I'm going to be demonstrating and breaking down for you so that you can get started if you're interested in this business model. So let's jump straight into it. So if it's your first time on this channel, make sure that you take a second to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, right? So jumping straight into it. So basically, when it comes to dropshipping, it's all about selling products that you don't own, that you don't have, that you are not holding inventory on, and you basically just taking it directly from the supplier after you make a purchase, right? So basically what it all involves is first thing, it will be product researching, then finding reliable suppliers, setting up your store, marketing your products. Testing is very key in this instance, getting your first sale, fulfilling orders, scaling, then automating. So that's basically like the whole structure of running a Shopify dropshipping store, right? So just to dive in a little bit deeper into these sections that I've just mentioned. So firstly, when it comes to product researching, we make use of something like AliExpress, right? So we have to go find there. That's where a lot of dropshipping happens. That's where you find your products that are trending. You find products that are, that are unique in some way, so that when you advertise it, a lot of people, they're not aware of where to get these products, right? So they're so unique, they have this wow factor. So there's something called a wow factor that will say, okay, when you advertise it, let's say you're making use of Instagram ads and Facebook ads, so that when the people are scrolling through those ads, when they see it, they actually see, okay, this is something cool, right? I can make use of this. That also comes down to targeting, right? Being able to do the right targeting for your audience, right? So that you actually understand what your audience actually want to find, right? So if you put the right product in front of the right audience and it is the wow factor, this is what we call a perfect product researching, right? So this is what product researching is all about, right? Finding that perfect product that you can make use of. And then once you find this perfect product that has that wow factor and has a great audience, reach potential, then the next thing is actually to find a perfect supplier for this, right? So you need to be able to find a reliable suppliers for these products. So when you have orders, you don't want a supplier that will delay you, right? Because with Amazon, they offer, I think, even a one day shipping. So you also want to be able to offer something like maybe up to 31 days shipping, but not more than that, right? That is something that is acceptable when it comes to buying things online, right? So people can expect anywhere from a day to at least 30 days before they can get their products, right? So you want to find that best supplier for you to be able to have your products shipped out to your audience as soon as possible. So that is very, very key. And then once you have this product, you have sorted out your product, you find your product, you have a reliable supplier that you can rely on, or at least that supplier on AliExpress who has a ton of views, right? Or a ton of reviews. Good reviews, is a 5-star rated, and there's a lot of people that are happy, right? You can go through the comments on AliExpress and see what are people saying about this supplier and his ways of doing business, right? So that is one way to find out if a supplier is good enough, right? And then you can get in touch with them, let them know that you're going to be bringing in a lot of traffic to their products, and you want to be able to have fast shipping times, right? So that is just product researching and getting suppliers. So the next thing, once you have this done, is actually importing this product from AliExpress or wherever you found it onto your own store, right? So you are creating your own store. So the best way to do this is actually using a Shopify platform. So Shopify has been the one most used platform when it comes to doing this type of business model when it comes to drop shipping, right? So a lot of people, even Kylie Jenner herself, actually uses this platform. I mean, she's the billionaire e-com lady right out there. So as you know, she owns an online store where she does where she sells makeup and all that stuff. So that online store is actually hosted on Shopify, so you can actually go check it out and see how it is designed and everything. So it's pretty much easy to design a store with Shopify than when you actually want to get started with coding or maybe using WordPress and all those other different ways of doing it, because you already have templates, you already have template stores that you can just go in and edit, right? So there's not much skill needed over here. But obviously, if you have some help to show you what actually works and what does not work, or you can just go do research on your own, right, to see what shops are actually doing the most, right? You can go check out the top 100 Shopify stores out there, and then you can just see what are they doing that is common, and then you can also integrate that on your store and then put a little twist on your own store, right? Because you don't want to copy exactly the same thing. So one key thing that I must note that you must take note of here is that never use the .myshopify domain, which is a free domain that you are given, right? Always connect your own custom domain that it has some description to your product, right? So some description to your product. So maybe if you're selling an iPhone case, it would be good if you can have iPhone case, proiphoncase.com or something like that, right? So it's something that is just unique to that product, right? So that people can know what they are looking for, or at least a branded name for your store. If your store is iPhone cases, then iPhonecases.com would actually be better than just having iPhonecases.myshopify.com, right? So that is not professional at all. So that's just a quick note that I can give you over there, right? So once you have your store set up, the next thing is actually to do the marketing. So the marketing is everything when it comes to running an online store. Marketing is very, very key. So there are different types of marketing that happens. You have Facebook ads, you have Instagram ads, Twitter, even now we even have TikTok. So all these different platforms you can actually run your ads. And there's also Pinterest. So Pinterest, not a lot of people pay attention to it, but it's actually another big place for you to actually do your advertising, right? It's another market that you can actually go and do your advertising over there. And we also have Google Shopping, which is another place where you can put your ads over there, and as well as Google AdWords as itself, right? Google Ads and YouTube ads, right? So all those different types of ad platforms, you can just check out what works for you, specifically for your product, right? So it all depends on your product that you're drop shipping. So that is that when it comes to marketing. So one thing that I mentioned is that testing is very key when it comes to marketing. So you don't want just to put a lot of money on a product or on a advertising campaign that you're not sure if it's actually going to bring in profits, or if it's actually converting. So your click-through rate, which is the CTR, your conversion rate versus your ROI, which is the return on investment, should be pretty much proportional in a way that you're actually getting the more views that you get, it should also increase your return on investment, right? So you don't want to have a return on investment that is way too low than what you are spending to get those clicks, right? So you want to keep that a little bit balanced, right? You want to keep it balanced so that you don't just spend a lot of money on advertising and then you end up decreasing your profits. So when it comes to drop shipping, your profit margins are usually between anywhere from 10% to 40-50% on extreme levels. So 40-50%. So I would say 30% is pretty much a good margin level that you can take as profit, right? So if that includes now after you have done your advertising for that product and you have done the fulfillment for that product, right? You should be able to keep at least 30% of that as your own profits, right? So that is another thing that you need to keep in mind when you're running your advertising campaigns, making sure that you're not just burning money on those advertising campaigns, right? So it's very key to do that. And then getting your first sale, that is the most exciting thing. I remember when I got my first sale as well, it was really, really exciting, right? So once you get your first sale, you need to be able to fulfill it as soon as possible, right? So once you get it fulfilled, and then you need to duplicate whatever is working. Never kill ads that are working, right? Never kill anything that is working. If it is working, keep it running. Actually, the best thing to do after you see something that is working is actually to start scaling it, right? So we're just going to talk a bit more about scaling later on. But once you get your first sale, you have to do fulfilling the orders, right? So there are two common ways to do it. One of which is called Obelo. So on Obelo is actually like the most the most used order fulfilling platform ever. So they also have their own products that you can find on AliExpress, but then you can also just outsource them from all below, right? So, and then there's also Silk Road. That one is not very common, but it's another good one. So depending on how you imported your products onto your store, you can make use of one of these two. You can also do some research on this to find out which one can work perfectly for you. And remember, this business model is actually, the best thing about it is that it's location neutral. So wherever you are, you can run this business as if you're in the US, you are in other countries. No matter where you are, right, it still works for everyone. So you just need to make sure that you are following the rules of your country when it comes to the taxes and everything like that, but you don't have to worry much about that when you're just starting out, right? And then, as I said, once you get your first sale, if it's working, the next thing is actually to do scaling, what is called scaling, right? So when you talk about scaling, it's all about putting more effort and generating more revenue from what is already working, right? You just have to scale it up. You have to increase your budget spending and the amount of traffic or your audience that you are reaching, right? So the more that you increase the audience that you're reaching, the better the better your revenue becomes, because you're putting your ads in front of more people. The more people that see your ads, the better your revenue increases, the better the chances of you getting a sale, right? So I don't know if you've heard some code that mentions that for you to be able to get a sale, you need to put your ads at least 3-4 times in front of people, right? So the more people that you're putting your ads in front of, the higher your chances of getting that sale. So that is what we mean by scaling. And you only scale something that is working. You never scale something that you are not sure if it's working or not, right? So once you've done all this and you see that your store is running well and you have reached maybe your target that you were aiming for, the next thing is actually to do what is called automation. So when it comes to automation, it's all about taking your hands off and just let it run. So this is where you go to platforms like Fiverr.com, freelancer.com to find some virtual assistants. So your VAs, you hire them to run your ads, to manage your campaigns, to do order fulfilling, to do custom support and everything like that. So it's just a lot. It's like running a normal business, right? It's like running a real business, a physical business, but you're just doing it online, and you have these VAs helping you out from wherever they are in the world, right? So this was quite a lot of information. If you need to rewatch this video, you are more than welcome to do that. I know this is a lot of information, so it is pretty much a lot for you to be able to go out there and research it module by module, as I mentioned to you. So that's why I'm going to leave a link down below to a course that I recently enrolled in, which is helping me a lot with all these things that I've been mentioning to you about. If you're interested in getting a structured course where you actually one-on-one help to help you get started with this business model, which covers everything that is here in more detail by a professional who is actually doing this and generating millions and millions of dollars per year doing this e-com business, then just take a look at down below for the link to for you to be able to access this course over here. So this is called Simplified Dropshipping 4.0. So I don't know if you've heard of Scott Hilse. So Scott Hilse is actually one of the big guys in this game and the mastermind behind what is called one product dropshipping. So I'm actually gonna do another video explaining one product dropshipping compared to a general store dropshipping, right, or branding. So we're gonna be so make sure that you turn on notification. But as I was saying, if you want some mentorship, direct mentorship for you to be able to understand everything, as you can see in this course, everything is covered. Importing your first product from Albello or Silk Road is all in here. Everything that you need to understand, right? All the marketing tactics, Facebook ads, which is like the key thing that we make use of when it comes to marketing for your products in dropshipping, right? So everything that you need to know is all laid out in here. So you can either do it the hard way, you can go on internet and search about it piece by piece from Google, from YouTube, and it's all there. I won't lie to you, it's all out there. But if you want to fast track your success when it comes to dropshipping, then I suggest that you click on the link down below and enroll yourself into this course before the price increase, because there's actually a sale that is running right now. So you'll be able to access all this information right here. And I mean, it's only 37 videos that you can go through even in a day or in a week. It depends on how fast you want to go through this and get started, right? So stop procrastinating and get started right now. So the link's down below. Get yourself into this course and get started. So with something worth mentioning is that you actually get his other 2 versions of this course that have helped him generate a lot of money in this market, as well as some of his students that have been able to enroll in this course, right? So as you can see, you actually get 3 courses in one package. So this is why I'm saying, if you are interested in mastering this thing of drop shipping, then you better use this link down below and be able to enroll right now. So I've enrolled in it, and I must say I will never regret making this investment right now, because this is investing in knowledge is the best thing that you can ever do. So once you enroll, get started with this, take action, follow along, and let me know in the comment section if you actually enroll, and let me know how it is going for you. And I'll also be putting out some updates. As I said, I'm going to be bringing in updates for you guys as I'll be launching my stores and everything, showing you what is going on and all that stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications for the next updates, and like the video, share it. I'll really appreciate that, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.